Well, hello guys. This is episode 1 of Tanna Talks, and I am Tanna. You may recognize my voice from the podcast Ravings, which is also a No Peg Wrong Hole production. This is my own personal podcast, and I am incognito, in disguise today, because on this debut episode, I'm going to make a terrible confession to everyone and see if I have any watchers/listeners left. This has the potential to impact my business relationships, my familial relationships. It already has done a huge number on my personal romantic relationships. So, here goes. I read paranormal romance novels, and that's my horrible confession. Everyone else I know, they read things like, classics, like Moby Dick and stuff like that. The stuff that's now downloadable for free because it has no copyrights on it. Moby Dick, Aristotle, whatever, that sort of thing. I have read some of that stuff. I dig some of it. They also read things like Shakespeare and, I don't know, historical fiction, autobiographies, memoirs, and I read some of that stuff too, but I have that secret left for paranormal romance novels. It's not any other kind of erotica or romance. Like, I'm really baffled by the Harlequin variety, and I know it doesn't seem like it would be that different, but it really is. My reading material needs to have some kind of ghosts or demons or were creatures or vampires or time-traveling warlocks, something. There needs to be maybe Highlanders in it, or battles between gods and goddesses, something. Because I just am really not into that whole plain old Pirates of the Caribbean love story stuff. I need to have some kind of evil epic battle scenes and weaponry expert material, something exciting. But the thing is about those romance novels, they put you in a place where you start having really strange expectations for your relationships. I've got, over the years, I've developed this idea that I need to come across a gentleman who speaks multiple languages, and I'm not talking just like bilingual, I'm talking at least speaks like 4 or 5, and at least 1 or 2 of them need to be some kind of ancient language that nobody else knows what the fuck it is. I also need a guy that can play multiple musical instruments and be able to write poetry in at least 5 languages, because that's where it's at with me. I also need a guy who is a big giant beefcake, like. And the thing about the guys in those novels is these big burly beefcakes, they're always interested in girls that have a little bit of extra curve, a little pudge. And that's what we girls like to hear is, like, the guys aren't superficial. I mean, yeah, he's been whoring around for hundreds or thousands of years and being a total man slut, but now that he's come across, he's gonna totally devote himself to you. And even though everyone else who meets him would say, well, that guy's kind of an evil, murderous criminal, that's why he was imprisoned for thousands of years in a cave or in another dimension by some kind of magical were creatures. But that's not really who he is. He's always just wanted to have a baby. So as long as you meet this guy and he speaks all these languages, and of course he's super loaded, and I'm not talking like doctor loaded, I'm talking fat cash, comes from a generation of 10 levels of royalty fucking loaded, or he can change stuff that's not gold into gold, something, because they always have a shit ton of money. But this guy's not actually an abusive asshole, it just seems like it, because he really does want a relationship, and as soon as he can find a girl that he can trust enough to love, then all's going to go well, and he's going to want to get married and have a baby. And that's what a lot of girls seem to be thinking is going on in reality, that these people that they meet, these assholes that they meet who are total douchebags, Well, they'll change once they realize you really are a nice girl who will love them for who they really are. Except you don't actually want to love them for who they really are. You want them to make some changes and to become this really strange mix of supernatural creature with godlike status. That's all. Just it's the little things in life. And I don't know what's going on with the female characters in these books, but they always need to be saved. And I guess it's the same thing in any kind of like romantic comedy or even any other kind of romance novel. There's always some kind of circumstance that the woman gets into, and she needs to be saved. But in these variety, I feel like at least the women do some saving back. The guy could never have made it without them. And so it's just a big enmeshed clusterfuck of people who are enabling other people, and everybody's got to be there to save each other, because no one could just be an independent person on their own and make their own way in life, because that's not how it happens. You've got to rely on someone else to make things better for you. And I don't know, these women who need saving, they usually are virgins like up until they're in their 30s, and it's the strangest thing. They usually lay out why, like different circumstances have happened, or maybe the chicks have put out like one or two people. But the guys who've been whoring around for thousands of years, they're like, well, yeah, I meet this chick, and she's a virgin, and I feel bad about it, but I'm still gonna bang her. And I'm going to even tell her, man, you should have told me you were a virgin because I wouldn't have banged you. And the girl's like, oh, well, no, I was saving it for all these years for someone special, and now that I've met you and you're such an asshole, I can tell it's you. You're the true love I've been waiting for my whole life. And yeah, that's what makes the world go round. That's I don't even know what else to say about that. But that's really where I'm gonna leave off today, is that romance novels have ruined my life, because now I'm waiting for this man with this amazing skill level set that can come and sweep me off my feet, except he's actually going to be a secret asshole who's not actually an asshole. He's actually a guy that's a nice guy. He just seems like an asshole and seems abusive. And as long as I persevere enough, then I'll be able to get married to this multi-language speaking poet who can play me the drums while singing me a song and playing the clarinet and the violin and the piano. And he's probably secretly a playwright too. And of course he's going to give me a fat giant diamond ring, because he's got billions of dollars in assets that are millions of years old. So we're going to run off happy into the sunset together. And this thing's getting in the way. But we're going to run off happy into the sunset together and make 1,000 babies. Because that's how it works. And that's true love, and that's happiness. So until next time, this is Tanna Talk signing off. And don't forget to check out my other podcast, Ravings, because it's awesome. So that's all I have to say about that. I'm out. Bye.